So we, Stephen, Gary and Jill, and the teams we have worked with have talked to thousands of men about gender equality at work. Here's a summary of what they tend to say. Most agree that gender diversity is an issue, especially in leadership roles. Men often do not recognize that their own biases and behaviors are part of the problem. It is usually other people's biases that are seen as the issue. Men struggle to identify what they can do to make a difference, or are too afraid of making a mistake and doing or saying the wrong thing to help. When men say they are willing to help, they often don't follow through. Men in particular have a low bar for measuring success. They will often highlight, "I hired a woman recently," as evidence of progress. There are a number of themes that have come up again and again. Below are some of the main points men make, what we think these mean, and typically how we respond. So I'm going to start with the first one, and that's men often say something like, "I don't know what I can say anymore." Stephen, what do we tend to say if men say that?
I don't know what to say anymore. I think there's two flavors of that question, or two reasons why people ask that. There is one aspect of it, which is what they're like people think political correctness gone mad. You know, they're feeling kind of victimized or overlooked, or, you know, pretty negative about the topic in general because of something they think has happened. And I think that can be quite a challenging opinion to overcome. I think what we help them do, and we found has been most successful, is trying to help them understand that when people think it's political correctness gone mad, they're often interpreting a comment as they would hear it and saying, well, it'd be fine. Like, if that behavior, I experienced that, it would be fine. It wouldn't be a problem for me. Why are people getting annoyed about it or frustrated? And so I think for them, it's really important to understand. And maybe I used to use an example, for example, that I got into for this, where I used to go to a trading floor, and, you know, if I was trying to find one of the risk managers, I would often ask a woman at the end of the desk where so-and-so sat, because the floor is huge and I'd never know where everyone sits. And it occurred to me, you know, after about 6 months of doing this, that, you know, if you're a female trader at the end of the desk and you've got people like me showing up every day, you keep asking, you know, where does so-and-so sit? So-and-so sit? Like, once is fine, right? But if people have that bias and they assume because they're a woman, they're an admin, and they're okay to ask, whereas in reality they're an oil trader or something, all these men doing this, you know, could have quite a negative impact on their performance, how much time they had. So I think it's not just what actually the comment is, it's more around what that person's lived experience is and what effect that comment's having on them. And what you can't assume is how you would react is the same as how someone else would react. And I think if you use examples and paint that, then I think that can be very helpful in changing people's opinion. I think the other thing that people sometimes mean when they say that is, genuinely, I'm not really sure what to use. Can I say lady? Can I say girl? Can I have to say woman? Can I say female? And it's more of a, you know, I'm really not sure of the right language to use. And I think that's, I mean, you can obviously talk about particular examples and phrases that work or don't work, but I think the most important thing, I think, is talking to people, taking risks. So sometimes it's very easy, if you're not sure how to talk to someone, to just don't talk to them and don't use those phrases. But I think it's important to actually actively engage, ask people how they like being called. If you're not sure, ask and take a bit of risk. And if you get it wrong, because we all do at various times, you know, fess up to that, apologize, and that's how you learn.